205 over 80 or 90.
That's high.
Yeah. Well, the last one was 122 over 68, so that's good.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah. That's where mine is all the time.
Oh, good. Do you take medication for blood pressure?
Yeah, I take all kinds of medication.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of normal when you're over 80 years old. So I was looking at the questions before we got on. There's a lot of questions about dating and marriage and honeymoon and stuff like that. So we may have answered some of these questions. So I think the first one we'll start with is how old were you when you started dating? Not like you as a couple, but how old were you, Mom, when you went on your first date with a guy?
For anybody?
Yeah, with anybody.
Oh, I remember. I went to the movies once. This one boy,
How old were you?
16 or something like that.
16?
Yeah.
Do you remember what movie you saw?
No.
Too busy making out.
No, he was making it.
He was making out.
He was making
his
out?
dad came. We were up in the back, and his dad came and picked us up in the car. And I had lipstick all over him.
Mom? The heck? That was your first date?
With him, I guess.
And you were making out in the back of the theater?
But we were sitting towards the back.
Yeah, my goodness.
Good for you.
What were you doing?
What was I doing? I wasn't making out. What about you, Dad? How old were you when you started dating?
Mom was my first date.
Mom was your first date, really?
The only person I ever dated and the only person I ever kissed.
Wow, that is impressive. That's some serious commitment. You don't find that.
Aunt Leslie just texted me something in Idaho.
What did Aunt Leslie text you about? Sorry, I'm
She
losing.
said that everything was spreading Donna's ashes. Everything went fine.
Oh, they just did that today?
She just sent it. She says, "Hi, Bernece and Kenny. How are you doing? Everything apparently went smoothly in Chalice last week. Linda found this picture on Dad's wood chest. I've never seen this before. I think she was about 16 or 17. Take care. Love you, Leslie."
Wood chest.
Oh, it says Dad's wood chest. So
That's a wood, block of wood.
I don't know.
I mean, a rock.
No, she's saying in fact she found the picture in a wood chest your dad must have made.
Oh, where is it?
Right.
Huh.
Didn't she show it?
Right.
A block of wood.
But it doesn't show in the wood chest. She's saying she found this picture in the wood chest.
Oh,
Dad didn't have a wood shed.
a chest.
Chest. Head.
It's a wood shed.
Wood chest.
Remember the ones he made us?
Yeah.
I've got one of them.
You do?
Well,
A wood chest
anyway,
that
my
Lester
question
made?
was I never dated anybody.
Yeah.
So
Small
Dad
one.
never dated
He made
anybody.
us girls all.
No,
Wait, Mom,
I
sorry. You
had
said that.
friends. I didn't go. I don't. What?
We're getting tangled up. I was going to follow up with Mom about the wood chest. It sounds like Lester made one for each of the girls.
It wasn't a shed,
A chest.
a chest.
Yes.
We all understand chest. You're the one
How-
that threw the shit in there.
How big was the chest?
It's what, like this?
About a foot wide.
Was it like a keepsake
X-rated.
thing? A place to keep your keepsakes?
Yeah, it's just a small box.
That's cool.
He made each of us one.
Really?
We
I'd love
went
to see it someday.
Yeah, it's right in my bedroom.
Cool.
I
That's
think
neat.
Donna had one.
Cool.
Get back to the other question. I did have friends that were girls, but I didn't go on dates with them.
Hmm.
We just hung out together. That's how I met Mom, was through a lady called Betty Gillespie. A
Yeah.
girl called Betty Gillespie.
I remember you telling us about
I
Betty
told her.
Gillespie. Is
Oh,
Betty Gillespie still alive?
I have no idea.
We went to their house after she was married, and we went there for dinner. I think.
I don't know.
Dad he doesn't remember anything. That's the problem.
Okay. Let me ask the next question. Oh, wait. The next question was about your first date. So what did you guys do?
Well, first place we went, I wouldn't call it a date, is we went to MIA to the dance practice. That's how I met her.
Oh,
Probably drive-in or something.
It's a drive-in.
Probably a drive-in movie.
did you kiss at the drive-in movie?
I don't remember. Did
I don't remember.
I? Mom doesn't remember either.
Look how long ago that was.
But you remembered the guy you went out with at the theater and kissed him.
Yeah.
He's more impressive than I am to her.
I don't know if I'd say that.
More embarrassing because I'd say it was more embarrassing because when I had lipstick all over, he's had lipstick all over his face.
That's funny. Let's see. Some of these questions you've already answered before in previous discussions. Let me see. So you guys went to the drive-in movies on your first official date together. Oh, how long did you know each other before you got married? Wasn't it like a year and a half, something like that?
I don't even think it was that long.
Well, you were a senior in high school, right, Dad?
Well, you went to
Excuse me?
You were a senior in
I
high
went to
school
the
and
Air
Mom
Force
was a
halfway
junior.
through my senior year. Probably about a year, I would say, probably.
Yeah.
we had a farewell day for him when he left.
Going to the Air Force.
Going to
Oh.
the Air Force. And I cried when he took off on the plane that
Yeah,
the first time or
yeah, it was a propeller-driven airplane.
no, Bobby took me down there. You were leaving,
That's where I went, though. On a
Yeah.
plane.
but why would I be there at the plane?
The airport.
So you flew off to
Not the train,
Texas.
he took it.
Wait a second. You
Denver,
flew off to Texas to the
San
Air
Antonio.
Force, to San Antonio. Mom was there to say farewell.
Right.
Had you proposed yet?
No,
So how did that work out?
Remember. Probably,
I don't think you ever proposed.
we had to.
We just knew we were going to get married.
Really? So when Dad
I
went
didn't get down on my knee and that.
yeah. But when you went to San Antonio, what did you do, Mom? You cried when he left, and then how soon did you go out to see him?
Well, I went in the 1st of February, 1955, and we got married July 11th, 1955. So it was that period, about what, 5 months?
Huh. Did you just write letters back and forth during that time?
All right.
Yeah.
Huh.
I used to go down and write her letters underneath the light of the exit light on the barracks because they wouldn't let us turn the lights on.
Oh, really?
Sit down at the exit light, write her letters. I'm sure it's in these letter writings we decided to get married.
Yeah.
I
That's really
We
cool.
were going to.
And then when you decided, did you fly out when you were going to get married to him, Mom?
No, took the train, took 4 days.
So you guys wrote letters
Both
back and
times.
forth.
Next time when he was, yeah. When he went up to Washington, the lake, I took the train.
And we think we came back from Texas to LA on the train, but we don't know.
Don't remember how
We
we
talked
got
about
back.
that before. We don't remember how we. It had to be the train. I know we didn't take a plane. So
Was it because it was so expensive?
yeah, it was. Air travel back then was a lot different than it is now.
It
Yeah.
was the bus we took.
I don't think we took a bus. I would have remembered a long bus ride.
I don't know, Donna took the bus.
Yeah. Anyway,
So let me make sure I got this right. February 1st, you took off in a plane for the Air Force.
February 2nd. February 2nd.
February 2nd, 1955. You flew
Right.
off with the military, the Air Force, to San Antonio. Mom was there with Bobby. Mom cried. Then you guys started writing letters to each other. Dad wrote them under the exit sign of the barracks because they wouldn't let you keep the light on. And somewhere during those letters, you guys said, hey, we're going to get married. And you set a date. And then Mom took a 4-day train ride to San Antonio. And you guys got married.
Right.
We didn't set a date, we just said. Going to.
I
So
don't know. Somehow we agreed on everything.
His
What
dad
was your-
didn't agree.
Dad didn't agree?
Dad's.
Oh,
Ken's
Lester?
dad.
My dad would never.
Why didn't he
No.
want you to get
My
married?
dad, because she wasn't Mormon or LDS.
Oh. Did he come to the wedding?
Nobody came to the wedding.
Really?
It was there in Texas. They couldn't come to
She came down on the train and she arrived on
July 4th.
Friday night.
No, it was the 4th of July, and the guy that had permission,
Fourth, it wasn't that long between us getting married.
yeah, because the guy was on vacation.
The guy,
To
he
get-
required blood tests back then too, so we went
Really?
to her train was late, so we couldn't get the blood tests. So we weren't able to we finally got the blood test and a friend of mine at the base took us down to the courthouse and we got married by a justice of the peace. It
Wow.
was several days after she had gotten to Amarillo.
Huh.
Because of the train being late, we couldn't get the blood test.
What was the blood test for?
They were testing back in those days for venereal disease.
Is that what
Really?
it was?
And what is it? A negative and positive
Oh, your blood type?
type, yeah. It was venereal disease and blood type.
That's
So you
interesting.
we're not plus and negative and couldn't get married.
They wouldn't let you get married if it was a positive test?
What can they ever do?
Because the babies could be deformed.
Wow,
Do that anymore.
that would be
Things are a lot
hard.
different. Yeah. She came all the way down there and had the wrong blood type.
That'd been terrible.
Yeah.
I think you probably would have still gotten married. Or would they legally, they would prevent you from getting married?
I don't remember, to tell you the truth.
Huh,
You have to research that. They had a
interesting.
lot of strange rules back in those days.
Was that the federal government or was that the state government in Texas?
Probably the state government of Texas. I don't know if it's all states, but Texas had that rule.
You had to be 17 or something.
Yeah, a male couldn't get married without parental consent if he was under 21 years old. And a female couldn't get married without parental consent if she was under 18.
But you both were underage then.
But we both had to get the parental permission slips saying it was okay to get married.
So even
That's
though
when
you're,
Bernece Mom went over to get the permission slip from my dad, and he says, "I'm not going to give it to you. He's not going to marry a non-Mormon."
so how did you finally get it?
I called him up and finally talked him into it.
Cried.
Oh, jeez. Well,
Mom called.
I'm glad you talked him into it.
My sister had already gotten married the same age.
Oh yeah,
don't
which
know why.
one? Donna?
Donna.
I
Yeah.
was 17 also.
Huh.
Leslie's never gotten married. Well, she got married, but
Got
divorced.
married and divorced real quick. Yeah.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
All right.
There's the bag that your shoes were.
And that bag is all the socks.
The boots.
All the boots that you bought.
The boot town.
That's casino thing. Boomed.
There.
Yes, it says casino hotel.
All I can say is BOO.
It's BOM. BOM.
Boom town.
Right. Remember that place when you were coming into town?
No.
We stopped there and we stayed there one time. Where you had terrible buffet. Staying there? Yeah, stayed there one night. When we left, something in the room that we had to go over and pick up.
What?
Yeah,
Why did I leave my wallet
it
in?
was something left there.
I'm back.
Right.
As you can see.
Right.
Okay. So you got married July 11th, 1955 in San Antonio at the Justice of the Peace, by the Justice of the Peace.
Amarillo, Texas.
Oh, in Amarillo, Texas, in the courthouse.
I did my basic training in San Antonio. Then I went to Amarillo to jet mechanic school.
Oh,
I was going to jet mechanic school when Mom came down and we got married.
and when you were at jet mechanic school, where were you living?
They had these army barracks. They divided up into 4 small apartments out of town.
Huh. So where did Mom stay when she first got there and you guys weren't married yet?
We stayed in the same place.
Really? In the army barracks?
It was an apartment. We had rented an
Oh.
apartment.
Did you have a roommate?
No,
So did you sleep in the same bed before you got married then?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Yep.
I remember when we were driving back from Indiana with you in your truck,
Yeah.
we went through that part of the town. I said that we lived.
Oh, that's right. Through Amarillo.
Right.
Yeah,
Huh.
but they look different.
I
They
bet.
look
That's cool. So the justice of the peace was just like, did he do any, did you exchange vows, or it was just really like short?
Well, real short. He rattled real, real fast, and then at the end he says, "Well, I guess I'll take $10 for this one."
And that's it?
That was it.
Did you get to go on a honeymoon after or anything?
Went
No.
back to our place. I went to work the next day. More honeymoons.
Interesting.
My mom and dad.
After I paid the justice of peace, we'd already paid the apartment and food, and I think we had about $5 or $10 left. That's all the amount of money we had left
Wow.
for the next payday.
So then, Mom, did you get a job?
What's that?
I tried. We lived so far from town. Had no way to get there.
You didn't have a car?
And we didn't get our first car until we were in Moses Lake, Washington.
Wow. So how long were you, so you got married, then how long did you live there until you went to Washington?
We went to home. I stayed on as an instructor in the hydraulic systems.
Hmm.
And we left there then, got back about Christmas time to LA. We were home for Christmas, and I worked for a appliance company that delivered stuff for Christmas. And then I took a train up to Washington, and Mom was about a month later, she came up.
Wow, a whole month later. What, Mom?
Stayed with her mom and dad until. What?
Sorry, I didn't catch what Mom just said.
Hello? I had a parakeet in a cage and I took it up with me.
You know what a parakeet is?
A parakeet? Yeah.
You know, a parakeet? Yeah, you
It's a
know,
little small bird.
Right.
those little birds.
It would sit on Mom's shoulder while she's cooking my breakfast, and it flew in the frying pan.
No,
God.
it flew in later. It was still sitting on the stove.
He wanted to be sausage for my breakfast.
It jumped on the stove
had
and
one
died?
that-
Landed in the frying pan, burned its feet and died. Yeah.
Oh no.
At my, when I was at home, it used to fly in and sit on the fireplace screen
In
in there.
LA. When
in
she married.
LA. That house, I showed a picture of it on Norton.
Really?
The one where the murder was,
Black Dahlia murder.
Black Dahlia murder.
We've talked about that previously.
And they made 2 films about it.
Really?
We talked about it when you asked where we first lived or where we remember first place.
Yeah.
We didn't live there.
No, you lived there. One of the questions was where did you live when you were born? We
When I
covered
was
all
born.
that already.
Already, it wasn't there.
No.
It was over there in Longwood.
So I'm confused though, like when you went up to Washington, Dad, and Mom was there for a month in LA, did you live back at home then, Mom?
Yeah, I was at home. And I was working laundromat across the street from where we lived. We were in an apartment then, Dad.
Okay.
Remember the old Sunbeam mixer that we had?
Yeah,
You remember that mixer?
I do.
That's what I bought it for Christmas that year. Appliance company I worked for delivering stuff for Christmas, I was able to get a good discount on it, and I bought that for Mom for Christmas present.
Nice.
We had it for many years before it finally died out.
Wasn't it like a yellow color?
It was chrome though.
Chrome colored.
It was chrome.
Silver.
Maybe I don't remember it. Was it like a Bosch mixer?
Well, it's one of those mixers with this element up on the top and the bowl goes down to the bottom. You hook in the
Oh,
blades.
Put the
okay.
thing down into it, mixes it up.
Oh, okay. I do remember that. I think that's how, didn't Becky get her finger or something stuck in it one morning when she was going to make pancakes? Remember that? She started screaming.
She
I
could
don't-
have, I don't know.
I probably wasn't home, so I don't.
It was one Saturday morning. I remember it now. It was chrome. And I think I came running down and she had gotten her finger caught in it or something, or hair or whatever. Yeah. I do
It
remember
was
that.
chrome and on the back was a black knob where you turn the speeds.
Yeah. Okay. I remember that now. Let's see. Next questions. This is interesting. How would you describe your spouse?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Handsome.
Handsome. Okay. What else?
Loving, caring.
Okay. Oh, what do you admire most about them?
Everything.
What?
Everything?
What do I admire most of you?
Give me one trait that you admire most about Mom.
Dedication to you children.
Dedication to the kids. Okay, awesome. How about you, Mom? One trait that you could describe Dad.
Grumpy.
Grumpy.
No, something different than that.
Loving, I guess.
Loving? Cool. Awesome. What advice would you give to your children or grandchildren on their wedding day?
Always say, I love you and kiss you.
Well, that's one thing we did was told you guys you should have your prayer at night and together. I think we told you guys that, didn't we?
Yeah,
Always pray together. Never go to sleep without anger. Always make up and have a prayer together. I
yeah,
think that's what we told you.
that's good advice. So that's what you would tell like Haley if she was getting married on her wedding day. Tell her to always never go to bed angry.
Never go to bed angry. Resolve your problems and have a prayer together.
And kiss each other goodnight.
Kiss each other good night.
Or Haley. Brought Ed.
Hmm?
What brought Haley up?
He just brought one of the grandkids up.
Oh,
Well, that's
Did you
good
see the
advice.
pictures of Abby?
What's that?
You see the pictures of Abby on her
Yeah.
prom?
For her prom, I did. That was cute.
Very pretty.
Yeah, there she is. You make
At first, it looked like a movie actress, I thought.
Yeah. Did you tell her that?
I told her, yes, I told her that. Not the
Good.
movie part. I told her she's very, very pretty.
You should tell her the movie part. She would really love to hear that from you. Let's see. Oh, how did you find out you were going to be a parent for the first time?
And we tried and tried and tried with a fertility doctor. I don't remember how.
I don't remember.
She finally tested, came up that she was pregnant with it. It was an extremely hard time getting pregnant.
Really?
Yes, I don't remember. Didn't think it was hard.
Hmm?
I don't remember it being,
Well, the doctor was trying different things,
I don't remember.
temperatures and all that kind of stuff, trying to get pregnant.
So you
Like I think I told you one time with the doctors, we were looking at us through the mirror, through the window of the hospital, and he was saying to the other nurses, "Look, I got this lady pregnant." And I said, "You did what, doctor?"
What?
Nice. Doctor, was it Dr. Haskell?
No, there Haskell.
Haskins
Ashley, I don't know. I don't remember. It started with an H
in Riverside.
in Riverside, California.
So you had a fertility doctor.
Well, it was a doctor, but
Yeah.
back in those days, they were really didn't have a lot of ways to treat people that couldn't get pregnant. Used some of the experimental things
He'd go off and with the meetings,
and come back and try it.
come back about what he found out. I'd be walking, I'd have to walk from where we lived clear down to Main Street, and then I don't think I took the bus, and then walk to the doctor's office. And I'd get whistles of guys going by in the car. They didn't see me that I was pregnant.
Mom's a beautiful girl. But all these
Ugly.
construction people whistling at her.
Oh, no, it wasn't. A bird over there, if you remember over in Illinois. You could hear this bird. It sounded like a construction worker whistling.
Really?
Remember that, Jeff?
I don't remember that one.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was over in on the next block. We also had a lion over there. Somebody had one, and they used to keep it on their porch.
I remember the lion. That's really strange that they had a lion.
I know.
So you had to get, I wonder if, because Jenny had trouble getting pregnant, I wonder if she had some of your fertility stuff then.
Well, once Mom got pregnant, we had no problem after that. I just have to look at her cross-eyed and she'd be pregnant.
Well, Jenny's had
No problem after that. Jenny came along and then we did wait. We didn't want to really have any more children.
You mean Debbie came along?
11 years before we had the next. Becky.
Debbie came along.
Debbie came along we had no problem with having her.
Yeah.
And then we decided we weren't sure enough. And then Mom joined the church and she felt that we needed more children. And that's when we started having you
I
guys.
didn't join the church before. I joined the church before that.
Oh, you did before
Oh,
that,
yeah.
but then you just had the feeling there was more children waiting for us.
Dennis was the one we had. We were going to church.
Yeah,
He was such a
had a lot of trouble.
troublemaker.
You know, Dennis was very active.
Maybe that's why you wanted to stop
Hyperactive.
having kids. Because Dennis was crazy.
I don't know, I think we just felt that 2 children was enough.
Really? 2 kids was enough.
Well, that's what the time, most people only had a couple of kids, but you weren't the church.
Yeah.
Unless you were Catholic or Mormon, you didn't have more than a couple. Kids.
Well, we're glad you had more.
We are too.
So let's stop on this question because it'll just be a simple statement of facts. I could try to state all these facts, but I don't know. I don't know if I can remember everyone's birthday. So say your kids' names, their birth dates, and where they were born.
Dennis is a
Dennis is
Wait, Dennis James.
Dennis James, Deborah Gail in October. Rebecca Jean is June. Jenny Lynn is
Jennifer Lynn.
March, right?
March 9th.
I don't remember myself.
March. It's St. Patrick's Day near there, so
March
it's
9th.
March. And right. Jeffrey Lester is July,
Yeah,
and Brian was September.
yeah. So Dennis was December, right?
His was December 11th.
Yeah. Debbie was October
22nd, I think it is.
October 22nd.
That was 22nd.
Let's make sure. I hope she's not watching this. I thought it was the 17th.
No, I don't think so. I think it's the 22nd. Look here on the family tree here.
Yeah, look on the family tree. Oh, it's the 18th.
Yeah,
18th, is it 18th?
Yeah,
I don't know.
October 18th. I have it on my calendar. Dennis is December 11th.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, Debbie is October 18th.
Becky is July.
Becky is
2nd,
June. No, Becky's June 3rd.
June 3rd.
Jenny's March 9th.
Right.
Mine is July 2nd. And Brian's
Right.
was September 6th.
Right.
Yeah. Because Jill has the same birthday as Brian, except a few years earlier. Cool.
Brian's a few years earlier or
Oh,
later.
Jill's was.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know how old Jill is. So.
She's a year younger than me. Wow. I'm going to be 47 this year.
You know, you guys are making us feel old. Dennis is going to be 62.
Wow. Well, I was thinking the other day, like a lot of my,
Debbie's going to be 62. Dennis is 64.
yeah,
December.
most of my friends either have both parents have passed away or one. Like Nate's dad's gone. Tyler's dad's gone. Both Meryl's parents are gone. Chris Gordon's parents are gone. Like, I think I'm one of the only ones that still has both parents alive. So good job. Keep up the good work.
I've been crawling.
Well, I think it's awesome. Okay, well, this was a long session.
I haven't even noticed when we started. Yeah, it has been almost
It's been
40
53
minutes.
minutes. It's been 54 minutes right now. All right,
Well,
I love you guys. What?
You haven't recorded every bit of those, though, right?
Well, I recorded the whole interview for the most part. I can stop it now if you want me to.
Yeah. Don't you?
All right, I'll stop the official family history interview recording now.